What if the thing we call strength is sometimes what's keeping peace out of our homes? Good morning, family. Welcome back. I'm in my pajamas. I've got my turban on because I don't do bonnets. And I am centered. And before I say anything else, I want you to know that this is a gentle conversation. I want to speak to you honestly today, men and women alike, not to point fingers, but because I know many of you are carrying some quiet hurt. It took me 20 years of my 34-year marriage to truly understand this. A home eventually becomes one of two things: a place of tension or a place of rest, a battlefield or a sanctuary. I used to think my New York fire was strength. I thought being quick with my words meant that I was a strong woman. But you can't build a sanctuary while you're always holding a shield. I had to learn how to put that shield down, not because I was weak, but because I wanted peace more than I wanted to be right. It took years to undo habits I built over decades. I'm sharing this because sometimes we don't see the impact of our words until we slow down enough to listen. There was a season back in 2003 when things I said made Jake feel more comfortable being anywhere else but home or even in my presence. He would get up and leave early in the morning. He wouldn't come back till very late at night. So I let fear lead me. I crossed boundaries that I would never do today. Boundaries I shouldn't have crossed. I started going through his phone, listening to his messages, calling up people, looking up addresses, because I was searching for reassurance in all the wrong places. I wanted answers, and I wanted them now. But the truth was, I had to face gently was this: he wasn't staying away because he didn't love me anymore. He was staying away because peace was missing in the very place that you should find peace, which was in his home. I had to realize that I had made Jake responsible for my happiness. And you know what? That was never his assignment. And in 2005, I was diagnosed with cancer that had spread to my liver and given a date on my life. And if you don't know, when something like that happens, it causes you to look at every area of your life. It causes you to search your own self, your own heart and mind. So that diagnosis forced me to start tending to Donna, to start peeling back the layers of Donna, to start understanding Donna and why Donna reacted to everything. And one day I thought about something my grandmother used to say when we were growing up, which was, you get more with honey than you do with vinegar. And at this point in my life, I had poured so much vinegar on the man who loved me. He didn't even know how to approach me in a time that I really needed him, because he didn't know how I was going to react from one moment to the next. And when I began to choose softness instead of reaction, something shifted. A couple of years ago, Jake looked at me and said, I really enjoy being home now. And I asked him, what did he mean by that? And he said that I made him not want to ever be around me because of what I was saying, how I was reacting. He asked me, had I ever heard of the scripture that says, it is better to live on the rooftop than in the house with an angry woman. But now, I love being at home. I love being in your presence. That sentence was a gift. Peace doesn't happen by accident. You can win a moment and still lose the feeling of home. A grown woman learns how to respond instead of react. A whisper, a soft tone can heal what a shout or argument only wounds. To the men who see love in how I prepare Jake's meal, you are noticing respect. Men need respect the way a woman needs love. When I fix that meal, I'm saying, you matter here. Jake, you are safe here. Don't wait for anything else to change first. You set the tone. A house is made of walls and wood, but a home carries a spirit. It could be a spirit of love, or it could be a spirit of chaos, resentment, that's felt by anyone that enters the home. It's a feeling of tightness. It makes even the visitor uncomfortable, or it makes the visitor comfortable if it's a place of love. That's not pressure. That's power. If this boat to you? Tell me in the comments. Subscribe and stay blessed. Until next time.